Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. In the previous class we have learnt about like decimals, unlike decimals and also how to compare the given set of decimals. Yes, on the same note let us learn on how to arrange the given decimals in descending or ascending order. Yes children, now we have already learnt how to compare the given decimals, so we can easily arrange them in either of the orders, that is either in descending order or in ascending order. If you look at the first question, the decimals we have are 5.73, 6.91, 0.5, 3.81, 0.863 and 8.4. Here we are having 6 decimals and we have to arrange them in descending order. Descending order means the greatest to the smallest. So from the given decimals we have to find out the greatest decimal first. How will we find out? We need to consider the whole number parts. Let me circle the whole number parts here: 5, 6, 0, 3, 0 and 8. Now these are the whole number parts. From these, which is the highest one? 8.4. So 8.4 comes first. Then this is done, right? So I am crossing it off. After 8, which is the highest one? 6. So 6.91 comes next. So I am writing 6.91 here and crossing it off. Then we are left with 5, 0 and 3. Which is the next largest one? 5. So 5.73 becomes our next number. Again cancelling it off. And then we have our 3, 3.81. And lastly, we are left with two decimal numbers who have the same whole number part. They have the same whole number part, 0.5 and 0.863. Now for these two decimals, the whole number part is same. So what should we do, children? One way to compare is, now this decimal number has 3 decimal places, but our first decimal number 0.5 has only 1 decimal place. So for the remaining 2 decimal places, we'll place zeros so that the given 2 decimals become our like decimals. They have the same number of decimal places now. So these two are called as like decimals. And how can we compare them? As the whole number parts are same, we will compare the decimal part now. 500 and 863. Which is the greatest one here? 863. So our number 0.863 is the greater number. 0.5 is less than 0.863. Understood, children? One way to compare is convert both into like decimals and then compare the whole number part. Or another way to compare these two decimals is that, see, the whole number parts are same. Yes, the whole number parts are same for both. So we'll go for comparing the next place value. That is the first place value in the decimal places, 1/10th place. We are having 5 and we are having 8 here. What is the relationship between 5 and 8? 5 is less than 8. So the number 0.5 is less than our number 0.863. So from these two given numbers, which is the bigger number? 0.863. So next number is 0.863. And lastly, what are we left with, children? We are left with 0.5, which is our last and the smallest decimal numbers among the given ones. Clear? This is the descending order for the first question. And what about ascending order? Ascending order means writing from the smallest to the greatest. The reverse order of this becomes the ascending order. Yes, 0.5, 0.863, 3.81, 5.73, 6.91 and 8.4. So this is our ascending order and this is our descending order for the given pair of decimals. I hope this is clear, children. Coming to question B here, again we have to compare the whole number parts. 38, 3, 38, 4, 39 and 49. Among this, the highest one is 49. So 49.83 becomes the first decimal. Then next we are having 39. So 39.8 becomes the next decimal. And then we are having two decimal numbers here with the same whole number part, 38. Now from these, which is the largest one? See children, here the first two places are same, 3 and 8. Now we go to the next digit, 4 and 9. Which is the greater one? 9 is the greater one. 4 is less than 9. So 38.49 is less than 38.94. So 38.94 becomes our next greater number. Then we have our 38.49. And then after that we are having 3 and 4. Now from this, 4 is the greater number. So 4.98 becomes our next decimal. And lastly we are left with 3.948. So again this is the descending order for the given pair of decimal numbers. Now coming to the last question, 1.001, 0.11, 0.111, 11.01 and 111.1. Now these numbers are looking a little bit confusing, right? So first again, what is the first step? Circle out the whole number parts and compare them. What are the whole number parts here? 1, 0, 11 and 101. Which is the greatest of all? 101. So 101.1 becomes our greatest decimal. We'll strike this off. And then the next greater number is 11. So 11.01 becomes our next greater decimal. Again striking this off. Then we have 1 here. 1.001 becomes our next decimal. And lastly, we are left with 2. We are left with two decimal numbers. What are they children? 0.11 and 0.111. Now these two are our 0.11 and 0.111. These two decimal numbers are having the same whole number part 0. So we'll go for comparing the next digit, that is the digits in 1/10th place. Again these are equal. Then we'll go for comparing the next digits in the 1/100th place. Again these are equal. So we'll go for comparing the next digits here, but we are not having any third digit. So we'll place 0 here. Now comparing the digits in 1000's place, 0 and 1. 0 is less than 1. So 0.11 is less than 0.111. Yes children, this is the comparison of decimal numbers digit by digit. If not, what is the second method? Convert these two into like decimals. Yes, here we are having 3 decimal places. So to make this decimal number also with 3 decimal places, we'll place a 0 here to the right side of the decimal part. Now see, these two are like decimals, right children? Both are having the same number of decimal places. So we can compare the decimal parts, 110 and 111. 111 is the greater decimal part. So this decimal number 0.111 becomes our next greater decimal. And lastly we'll have our 0.11. Understood children how to arrange the given set of decimal numbers in descending order, or else if you go in the opposite direction it will be our ascending order. Our next topic is addition and subtraction of decimals. Okay children, we are done with the arrangement of given decimals in descending and ascending orders. Next we are going to learn about addition of decimals. We are having a word problem here. What is it? Salim bought 2 pineapples. The first one weighed 4.18 kgs and the second one weighed 4.5 kgs. What is the total weight of the pineapples that Salim bought? Now this is a word problem here, right children? Salim bought 2 pineapples. The first one's weight was 4.8 and the second one's weight was 4.5 kgs. 4.18 and 4.5. Now we should find out the total weight. We should find out the total weight. If you are getting a little bit confused or worried looking at the decimal numbers, instead of the decimal numbers, simply take normal numbers. Assume means you just have to think. Okay children, say for example, the first pineapple's weight is 4 kgs and the second pineapple's weight is 5 kgs. What will be the total weight of the pineapples? What will it be? 4 plus 5. We have to add both the weights together to get our total weight. Yes, in the same way here we are having decimal numbers 4.18 and 4.5. Now when we add these two decimals together, we will get the total weight of the pineapples. Yes, what is it? What are the steps children? The weight of first pineapple is 4.8 kgs and the weight of second pineapple is the weight of first is 4.18 and the weight of second pineapple is 4.5 kgs. Therefore, the total weight of pineapples becomes 4.18 plus 4.5. You can add these two decimal numbers by writing them one below the other according to the place value of the digits. See children, 4.18 and 4.5. The important point here to remember is that you have to write these numbers according to their place values one below the other. Suppose if you have 418 and 45, 418 and 45. How will you add these two together? You will write them one below the other like this. Yes, 5 and 8 both are in ones place. 1 and 4 both are in tens place. And 4 is in hundreds place. So this will be our correct format. Now if I write it like this, 418 plus 45, will this be correct? No. See here 5 in 45, 5 is in ones place. But here in the number we have written below tens place. Again 4 here is in tens place. But here in the number we have written it below our hundreds place. So this is the wrong format to write and this is the right one. We have to write the given numbers according to their place values. Even in the decimal numbers here 4.18 and 4.5, we have to write them according to their decimal place values children. Here 8 is in hundreds place, 1 is in tens place and 4 is in ones place. Yes, this is the whole number part. It is in ones place. So I'll write it like this and let us see 4 in ones place, then 0.18. Now coming to 4.5. 5 is in tens place. So 5 should be written here. 5. Then 4 is in ones place. So 4 should be written here and then the decimal point. Understood? We should not write it as like this 4.8, 4.5. This will be wrong children. Okay, and one easy trick to write these decimal numbers according to their place values is by looking at the decimal point. Yes, we are having the decimal point here, right? So the decimal point should be placed exactly one below the other. The decimal points, if you place the decimal point correctly, then the whole number part and the decimal part will fall into place automatically. See 4.18 and then the other number was 4.5. So I'll write the point here as well. Now I'll arrange these two numbers, 4 in the whole number part and immediately after the point I'm having my 5. Now to add these two numbers together, again children, the given two decimal numbers are my unlike decimals. They are having different number of decimal places. Yes, see to make these two like decimals, I'll write a 0 in the empty place. Yes children, and also to make our addition and subtraction easier, I am writing a 0 in the empty place. So what are the two steps? The numbers we had were 4.8 and 4.5. First step was I arranged them according to their place values. See, the decimal point should be exactly one below the other. That only then we can say that the given decimal numbers are written according to their place values. And here in the empty space we will write the 0. To make it also a number with two decimal places, we are writing a 0. Now the third step is to add them. 8 plus 0 8, 5 plus 1 6, then we are having the decimal point 4 plus 4 8. Now, did you find anything strange in this or different from the normal addition that we do? No, you just have to simply add the numbers and place the decimal point as given in the question. See, here in the question we are having the decimal point here after 2 digits from the right. So, even in my answer I have placed the decimal point after 2 digits from the right. Understood, children? Let us count again. What are the numbers? 4.18 plus 4.50. 8 plus 0, 8. 1 plus 5, 5. I am having the decimal point. So, decimal point 4 plus 4, 8. 8.68 is the sum of the given two decimal numbers. Understood? So, 8.68 is our decimal number. That is, it is the total weight of the given two pineapples. Yes, we have to arrange the decimal numbers in column form according to place value and place the decimal point in the sum exactly below the points. See, exactly below the decimal points are here, so I have to keep my decimal point also here. I cannot keep the point here or here, children. Okay, you have to follow the same pattern as given in the question. Another example, here remember OTS means 1/10 and OHS means 1/100. For the place values, we'll write ones and tens here, right? Now 5 is in 1/10 place, so we'll write it as OTS. O for 1, T for tens. 1/10 OTS. And this 6 is in 1/100th place, so we'll write it as OHS. Understood? Another example, find the sum of 11.84 and 5.8. 11.84 and 5.8. See, children, 5.8. Let me erase this. 5.8. Yes, the decimal point exactly below the number, you keep it there. And the whole number part, we are having 5 here. And just after the point, I am having my 8. So, 5.8 is written like this. Or you can consider the place values as well. 5 is in ones place, here in 11. This is our ones place. So, I am writing the 5 here. Then 8 is in 1/10 place. So, this is the 1/10 place and this is where we have to write our 8. And coming to the empty place, I can place zeros. Yes, even before my whole number and after my decimal part, I can place the zeros. After placing the zeros, I am adding 4 plus 0, 4. 8 plus 8, 16. 6 here, 1 carried. Now I am having the decimal points here. So placing the decimal point in the sum. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 5, 7. Lastly, in the tens place, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So, 17.64 is our sum of the given two decimal numbers. Understood, children? Next, find the sum of 146.234 and 212.364. See, first 146.234 written as it is. Now coming to the second number, 212 plus 3.64. The both number of digits, the number of decimal places and also the number of whole number places are the same. So we can write it as it is, 212.364. Now adding from the 1000s place. See here we have 110s, 100s, and also we are having the 1000s place, 1 by 1000. 4 plus 4 8, 3 plus 6 9, 2 plus 3 5. Then we are having the decimal point, so place the decimal point in the sum. 6 plus 2 8, 4 plus 1 5, and 1 plus 2 3. So 358.598 is the sum of the given two decimal numbers. And in the same way, let us learn about subtraction of decimals. Suhani has two ladders. The length of the first ladder is 4.78 centimeters and the length of the second is 4.5 meters. Now, what is the difference in the lengths of the two ladders? What are they saying here in the word problem? Our Suhani here has two ladders. What is a ladder, children? You'll have it like this, right? Used to climb. We climb on the ladder. So that is a ladder. Suhani is having two of such ladders. The length of the first one is 4.78 meters and the length of the second one is 4.5 meters. Now we have to find out the difference in the lengths. Difference means what? We have to subtract. Difference means we have to find out the difference, we will subtract. Yes, so we have to subtract these two numbers, 4.78 and 4.5. Write the smaller number below the larger number, 4.78 and 4.5. Yes, children, now to compare which is the larger one. Which is the larger one here? 4 is same. So coming to the next place, 7 is greater than 5. So 4.78 is greater than 4.5. When you are when you are subtracting say 7 and 5, what will you do? 7 is the bigger number, so you will write that above, and 5 is the smaller number, so you will write it below. In the same way here, 4.78 is my bigger number, so I am writing it above. Then below comes my 4.5. See, points 4.5. Remember children, the writing of the numbers is very important step. If you write by mistake, if you write the decimal numbers like this and go for subtracting, you will get the wrong answer. Okay. Now again here we are having an empty place. So placing a 0. 8 minus 0, 8. 7 minus 5, 2. The decimal point 4 minus 4, 0. 0.28 m. M stands for meters. In the question, the numbers were 4.78 meters and 4.5 meters. So that is why I am mentioning the m in my answer as well. 0.28 meters is the difference between the given two decimal numbers. Again, the same rules of subtraction are followed. The only difference is we'll place a decimal point here as well. Okay. What are the steps for subtracting now? First we need to write the smaller number below the larger number, and then you can subtract the two decimal numbers by writing them according to the place value of digits in the given decimal number. Yes, see. Put a 0 to the right of the decimal number in 4.5. Here we have an empty place, so we have put a 0. Then we have arranged the decimal numbers in column form according to the place value of digits, and then we have placed the decimal point in the answer here. We have subtracted and placed the decimal point. So therefore, the difference in lengths of the two ladders is 0.28 meters. Clear children? Addition and subtraction of decimal numbers. We are having one more example. 34.35 minus 64.79. See, the decimal points are exactly one below the other, so it is my correct arrangement. Now can I do this? Can I do this subtraction here? No. 64 is the bigger number, so I have to write 64 first, and from that I have to subtract my smaller number, that is 34.35. Yes. Now we have already placed the numbers according to the place values. Arrangement is done. The only thing left is subtracting. 9 minus 5, 4. 7 minus 3, 4. Then the decimal point. 4 minus 4, 0. And 6 minus 3, 3. 30.44 is the difference between the given two decimal numbers. Yes, children, understand? Another example, 314.123, we have to subtract it from 436.267. Here 436.267 is the bigger number. See the first digits. 3 is less than 4. So 314 is less than our 436. So 436.267 written first. Then below that I have written my smaller number. When we start subtracting, we subtract from the right side, right? 7 minus 3, 4. 6 minus 2, 4. 2 minus 1, 1. Then our decimal point. 6 minus 4, 2. 3 minus 1, 2. 4 minus 3, 1. So 122.144 is the difference of the given two decimal numbers. Is this clear, children? Now we are having a few exercise problems. Yes. Add the following decimals. Yes, children, we are having 6 questions here. I'll explain one and I hope you can solve the remainings. The first one is 97.71 plus 1.2. 97.71, then 1.2. Remember, the arrangement of the digits is important here. So the decimal point should be the same. So 1.2. In the remaining places, if you want, you can add zeros like this. Next is we have to add them. 1 plus 0, 1. 7 plus 2, 9. We having a decimal point, so the decimal point. 7 plus 1, 8, and 9 plus 0, 9. What is the total answer now? 98.91 is the sum of the given decimals. Yes, children, question number B, C, D, E, and F. I hope you can try solving these questions for your homework. Next up we have subtract the following decimals. Again, what is the first one here? Question A, 62.87 minus 50.31. The number of decimal places are same, so we need not add any zeros here. Yes, starting from the 100th place, 7 minus 1, 6, 8 minus 3, 5, then the decimal point, 2 minus 0, 2, 6 minus 5, 1. 12.56 is the difference of the given decimals. Is this clear, children? And again, I hope you can solve the remaining questions for you. This we've come to the end of today's class, children. I hope addition and subtraction of all the 3 different types of fractions, that is like fractions, unlike fractions, and